Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 22 of the Road to 120 Invention. I'm starting off today's episode disassembling some granite lobster pouches and some baby dragon bones after these pouches. I'm looking for powerful components from the granite lobsters and some PS components from the baby dragon bones. I'll be explaining to you guys why I want those components a little bit later in the episode when I go to augment some armor and some weapons. But for now, I have a few other topics I want to talk about. For you guys that watch this series, I want to give you a little bit of a heads up on some of my future channel updates. Some stuff that I'm not actually going to really announce on any other platform. So yes, I'm rewarding you guys for tuning into this series. I will not be giving you guys any major spoilers, and I'm not making giant changes to the channel, but a few things that you guys might like to know that is coming up in the future. First things first, I am going to cut down on some of my other games that I've been playing. I know that a lot of you guys probably... let's be honest, don't even watch those very much. I was doing them for fun. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty awesome. Definitely a different experience than the Runescape videos. A little bit more relaxed, different style of gaming for me. But I definitely got to tone it down a little on that because I noticed that, for one, I don't have as much time to do it. And because I don't have much time to do it, it definitely was affecting some of my RuneScape videos, which are much more of my pride and joy of the channel. Let's be completely honest here, guys. I like making the RuneScape ones more, even though it was a total change of pace in the other direction. I still might release some other videos depending, like I'll make some, not as often, and if any of them I feel you guys need to see, I'm going to show them to you. But I'll definitely be adding a little bit more focus back into the RS series because I do want them to be good. I noticed, I don't think that my videos have been bad, but I think they could have been better, and I kind of blame the amount of time I've been putting into them. So that's just one update in terms of things I will be working on. What RS videos am I going to be putting more time into? The series that I'm working on right now, I have 3 of them. We have the Slayer. If you guys don't know, that's my main series that I'm doing at the moment. It's on old school, just trying to get 99 Slayer, make a lot of money. We have this one that you guys clearly know about because you're all tuned into the Road to 120 Invention. And I started a couple weeks ago a second Road to 100 mil where I'm giving the money away this time. So if you guys don't know about that one, you probably do want to go check it out. I would suggest it. Maybe you'll win some money. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll learn about how to make some money. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to get from it, but I think you're going to get something nice. That's just my prediction. Also, I'm going to be adding a few more RuneScape guides. Mostly old school guides are on the table right now, but I know some of you guys are RS3 fans, or why else would you be here? You got to have some liking for it. Unless you guys really like me, that's actually a totally viable option. Who am I kidding? Alright, so the RS guides, I have mostly old school ones lined up, but any of you RS3 fans, you do need to just let me know if there's a guide out there you want. If I see there's a demand for it, I'm going to go ahead and make the guide. So it's all up to you guys to let me know, honestly. I will be bumping up the rune skits more. Those will be more old school related, as more of my fans will understand a joke in old school than they would a joke in RS3. I try to make fun of some aspect of RS3. It'll just go over the heads of the majority of my fans because they don't care about this version of the game. Let's be quite honest about that. But more rune skits are to come. It'll be a weekly thing for sure. I have a note here that says to talk about my Road to 100 mil giveaway, but I think I already did that a little bit too early because I got excited. But I'm just going to talk about it again, guys. The Road to 100 mil giveaway is a thing. I'm doing a second Road to 100 mil. It's going to be a little bit different. I'll use some new methods, some of the old methods too, and I'm giving away the 100 mil. And there's a twist to it that I might give away more than 100 mil. Actually, I'm already at a point where I'll give away more than 100 mil. Not by a lot at the moment, but it could be even more than that. So you guys really should go check out the video. If I haven't put a link in an annotation like 3 times for you guys, then someone needs to let me know because that's just ridiculous. I need to be throwing this thing at you guys so you watch it. You don't have to watch it, but I would suggest you do. Let's jump back into this episode of Invention. I'm doing a little bit of augmenting here on some weapons and some armor. Eventually, I want to have 4 total items gaining experience that I can eventually siphon out of while I go to fight some water fiends, which is what I will be doing in this episode. Unfortunately, in this scene, I had forgot that I'm only at 44 invention, so I tried to augment my Armadale plate legs. Can't happen. You need 45 invention for that. Eventually, I will show you. I did go out and get my level 10 axe, siphon some XP, and move on with that. But overall, what I was looking for was a little bit better perks than I had before. I'm still not like certain which perks are the best. I just want to try out some. I clearly have read through them, and there are certain ones for certain cases. Right now, what I wanted to get on the crossbows was Enlightened, which is the one that gives us more Invention XP. That's the big one. That's why we have the PS components. And Equilibrium, which used Precise Components. Well, Precise Components is one of the ways you can get it. That's the way I tried to get it. Equilibrium just made the weapon have higher minimum damage and lower maximum damage, but it added up to more damage over time. I don't believe I got Equilibrium on any of them, unfortunately. I got Enlightened and Wise and just Enlightened, but I did get overall all of my items augmented thanks to getting a level 10 dragon axe, selling these elder logs for a fairly hefty profit. Back up to 33 mil feels pretty good, even though I'm about to drop a lot on bolt racks. But eventually, siphoning this XP from an axe, what I'm trying to get to is I was able to augment my Armadillo plate legs, and that was the best perk that I got. I actually got 2 perks on that one, Enlightened and Absorbative, which were exactly the 2 that I wanted. You already know what Enlightened does. I talk about it all the time. It's a big one, good to have. Absorbative, there's a small chance of it just reducing some of the damage done to you. And I only got Absorbative once, so it only reduces like 5% damage, I think 20% of the time. Not amazing by any means, but definitely helpful. It's more helpful than no perk, you know what I mean? And if I were to get maybe rank 3 on it, it would be really helpful. And with Water Fiends, I don't know if it's that big of a deal anyway, but I'm glad that I got the perk I was trying to get without having to build like 7,000 armor gizmos. Those things, they take up a lot of bank space. I'm thinking I need to start disassembling them. But let's move away from the augmentation talk and move on to Water Fiends. What am I doing with Water Fiends right now? I'm trying to get everything to level 10 so I can siphon it. But all of these 4 items that I have, which would be the Armadillo plate legs and chest plate, and then the Carol's pistol crossbow and the offhand variant of that crossbow. The offhand is the slowest to gain XP, and I believe the weapon is the main hand weapon is the fastest. So I'm definitely gonna get to level 10 on certain items before others, and I do think I'm just gonna siphon them right when I get to level 10 and start training them over again. That seems to make the most sense in my opinion. So I won't be siphoning all 4 of these items at once. And depending on how fast they go, I think the main hand is almost twice as fast, I could siphon that one twice. We're going to get a lot of XP from this one is what I'm trying to get to, guys. I'm hoping it gets us to 50 Invention by the time we're done fighting these Water Fiends. Plus, range-wise, I'm hoping for like 85, 86 range. That's high enough range that I would go try the Queen Black Dragon, though 90 plus seems most reasonable. 99 seems most reasonable, but I'm not going to take the time to get 99 quite yet. Eventually, it's probably a good plan. But right now, I'm hoping to get like 85 to 90, somewhere in there. Reasonably, I would like to start training my augmented items at a much higher monster, as in the Queen Black Dragon. These Water Fiends are nice. They have some drops that add up to a little bit of money. It's not terrible. I definitely get some cash out of this, but it's really not anything to get out of your chair about. And the XP is fine. The range XP is pretty good, actually, and the Invention XP, or the item XP, I guess, is really not that bad. You see how hard of a time I had clicking on that item? That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Anyways, I would like to move on to the Queen Black Dragon pretty soon, guys. It's still not like a next episode thing. It might be 4 or 5 episodes. But it's without a doubt something that's on the list, and I'll move on from the Queen Black Dragon 2. We'll do some other bossing, but that's just where we're starting. That was the first, like, hey, that was actually, someone had a comment that said you should do the Queen Black Dragon. So I was like, you know, I was going to do bossing, but the fact that someone said something about Queen Black Dragon put it right at the top of the list. So you see, guys, if you just throw your suggestions at me, there's a really good chance that you're going to see that suggestion appear. Maybe 900 episodes later, because I was asked to do the Queen Black Dragon, which I've never done, so I needed to prepare for it, which is clearly taking too long. But in the process, we're approaching 50 Invention at the moment. We got 46 in today's episode, which is awesome. Some pretty good XP has been coming from that Dragon Axe. I eventually plan on also upgrading that into a Crystal Axe and augmenting that. I'll probably do that in the next 4 or 5 episodes also. But this is where I'm going to start wrapping up this episode, everybody. This was a pretty productive episode. Clearly, we got one more Dragon Axe siphon. We've been getting about that much XP every episode. But I now have 4 augmented items to use while I fight Water Fiends. It would be 2 weapons and 2 armor pieces at the moment. So we're actually getting a lot of Invention XP while we sit here. Clearly, we're not actually getting any Invention XP right now. We'll get it all at the end. But this is going to be one of the biggest spikes in Invention XP we've had, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So thank you very much for watching today's episode, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click on that like button and tell us what you enjoyed about it. If you're looking for some more RuneScape videos like this one, then be sure to join the cul-de-sac by subscribing for more. We will see you next time.